Imagine a world where extreme weather is the norm and not the exception. What would that world look like? These are not lines from a dystopian novel, but a potential reality we're facing. This reality is rooted in a phenomenon we've all heard about: global warming. Global warming is the long-term increase in Earth's average surface temperature. It's not just about hotter summers or milder winters. It's a shift in the global climate pattern that has far-reaching implications. And the unsettling part? It's largely due to human activities. Picture a vast blanket invisible to the naked eye enveloping our planet. This blanket is made up of greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide. These gases trap heat from the sun within our atmosphere, leading to what we call the greenhouse effect. As we burn more fossil fuels, cut down more trees, and ramp up industrial processes, we are thickening this blanket, trapping more heat and warming our planet. Now, let's consider the impact of this warming. We're talking about increased frequency and intensity of extreme weather events. Heat waves scorching our cities, storms ravaging our coasts, floods inundating our lands, and droughts parching our fields, all becoming more common and more severe. Global warming also poses significant health risks. Rising temperatures can exacerbate heat-related illnesses and respiratory problems due to poor air quality. Changing climate patterns can disrupt our food and water supplies, leading to potential crop failures and water shortages. And let's not forget about the rising sea levels. As polar ice caps and glaciers melt, our seas rise, threatening coastal communities with flooding and erosion. The world we just imagined is not too far away. It's the world we could be living in if we don't address global warming. This is not a prediction of a distant future. It's a reality that's already starting to unfold, and it's up to us to change the course. What causes our planet to warm up at such an alarming rate? To answer this question, we need to delve into the primary factors contributing to global warming. The first major cause is the burning of fossil fuels. When we burn coal, oil, and natural gas to generate electricity or power our cars, we release vast amounts of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. This gas, along with others like methane and nitrous oxide, forms a sort of blanket around the Earth, trapping heat and leading to a rise in global temperatures. Another significant cause of global warming is deforestation. Trees play a crucial role in absorbing the carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. But as we cut down forests for urban development, agriculture, and logging, we're reducing the Earth's capacity to absorb this gas, leading to higher atmospheric levels of carbon dioxide. The fewer trees we have, the hotter our planet becomes. Then there are industrial processes. Industries, particularly in manufacturing, agriculture, and waste management, release a significant amount of greenhouse gases. These gases include methane, a byproduct of livestock and waste decomposition, and nitrous oxide released from agricultural and industrial activities, as well as during combustion of fossil fuels and biomass. All of these factors combined contribute to a phenomenon known as the greenhouse effect. The greenhouse effect is a natural process that warms the Earth's surface. It's caused when the atmosphere traps heat radiating from Earth towards space. Certain gases in the atmosphere block heat from escaping, much like the glass walls of a greenhouse. But human activities, primarily the burning of fossil fuels and deforestation, have accelerated this process, causing the Earth to heat up at an alarming rate. In conclusion, the driving forces behind global warming are our actions. Burning fossil fuels, cutting down trees, and releasing greenhouse gases through industrial processes. These actions, knowingly or unknowingly, have contributed to the warming of our planet. It's crucial to remember that every action has a reaction, and in this case, our actions are having a profound and potentially devastating impact on the Earth's climate. Our actions, knowingly or unknowingly, have contributed to the warming of our planet. What happens when our world warms up? This question is not just hypothetical. We are living the answer as we speak. The consequences of global warming are here, and they are as diverse as they are devastating. First off, let's talk about weather. Not the casual chat about whether you'll need an umbrella today, but the severe life-altering kind. Global warming has increased the frequency and intensity of extreme weather events. Heat waves scorch our cities, storms ravage our coastlines, floods submerge our homes, and droughts parch our farmlands. These are not just inconveniences, they lead to loss of life and massive property damage. Then, there are the health risks. Rising temperatures can exacerbate health issues like heat-related illnesses. Imagine the discomfort of a hot summer day, then amplify it. Respiratory problems also increase due to poor air quality. And let's not forget the spread of infectious diseases. Mosquitoes love the warmer climate, and they bring with them diseases like malaria and dengue. Our food and water supplies are in jeopardy too. Changes in climate patterns affect agriculture, leading to crop failures and food shortages. Altered precipitation patterns can impact water availability for drinking and irrigation. In a world where we're already grappling with food and water security, this is a blow we can ill afford. And finally, the rising sea levels. The polar ice caps and glaciers are melting, contributing to the rise in sea levels. Coastal communities are threatened with flooding and erosion. Picture the beautiful beachside town you vacationed in last summer. Now imagine it underwater. The consequences of global warming are far-reaching and potentially catastrophic. They touch every aspect of our lives, from the food we eat, the air we breathe, to the places we call home. This is not a problem for future generations. It's happening now, and it's happening to all of us. So, what happens when our world warms up? We suffer, we adapt, we fight back, but more on that later. For now, let's dwell on this. The consequences of global warming are far-reaching and potentially catastrophic. How can we combat the warming of our planet? It might seem like a daunting task, but there are several possible solutions to tackle global warming. With the right actions and commitments, we can turn back the tide and ensure a brighter, cooler future for our planet. First off, let's talk about renewable energy. It's time to phase out our reliance on fossil fuels. With the sun, wind, and water at our disposal, we can harness these infinite sources of energy. Solar panels, wind turbines, and hydroelectric dams are just a few examples of how we can tap into Mother Nature's power grid. Moving on, let's consider energy efficiency. A more efficient use of energy not only reduces our overall consumption, but also decreases greenhouse gas emissions. Think of it as getting more bang for your buck. Upgraded insulation in buildings, fuel-efficient vehicles, and energy-saving appliances are all ways we can stretch our energy usage. Next up, we have afforestation and reforestation. Trees are nature's lungs. They breathe in carbon dioxide and exhale oxygen, helping to balance our atmosphere. By planting more trees and preserving existing forests, we are essentially creating a green shield against global warming. Lastly, we can't forget about climate policy. Governments and businesses have a significant role to play here. Implementing regulations to limit greenhouse gas emissions, such as carbon pricing and cap-and-trade systems, can incentivize a reduction in carbon footprints. It's about making it financially beneficial to be environmentally friendly. In the end, the fight against global warming is not a sprint, but a marathon. It requires commitment, collaboration, and most importantly, action. We must remember that every small action counts, whether it's switching to a renewable energy supplier, planting a tree, or advocating for stronger climate policies. Your contribution matters. Every step we take towards a greener planet brings us one step away from a warming world. The fight against global warming begins with you. Imagine a world where everyone takes action. A world where each individual understands their role in the fight against global warming. It's not a distant dream, it's a reality we can shape with our actions today. Small steps can lead to big changes. By reducing our carbon footprints, we can collectively make a significant impact. It starts with understanding the power of choice. The choice to turn off the lights when not in use, the choice to walk, bike, or take public transportation instead of driving, the choice to consume less and recycle more. Each choice, however small, contributes to the larger picture of combating global warming. But it's also about the bigger choices, the choice to invest in renewable energy sources like solar, wind, and hydroelectric power, the choice to support businesses that prioritize sustainability, the choice to vote for leaders who acknowledge the urgency of the climate crisis and are willing to take decisive action. And it doesn't stop there. We can take it a step further by encouraging afforestation and reforestation. Planting trees and preserving existing forests is not just about beautifying our environment. It's a powerful tool in absorbing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Then there are the conversations, the discussions that push for climate policies and regulations to limit greenhouse gas emissions, the dialogues that raise awareness and inspire others to join the fight. Remember, global warming is not someone else's problem. It's a crisis that affects us all, irrespective of our geographical location or economic status. And the solution lies in our collective action. So let's take the pledge today. Let's commit to making conscious choices that favor the environment. Let's promise to be a part of the solution, not the problem. Remember, it's not just about saving our planet. It's about saving ourselves and the future generations.